We are live, and yeah, so we're gonna get after this today. We're gonna do some artwork. We're gonna have some fun. So give me a second here to check my signal and make sure I'm up and running, and then we'll get after it. Make sure I'm up and running, and then get after it. Make sure I'm up and running, and then cheers. All right, cool. Let's see. So I'm gonna go through my spiel here real quick. Hey, my name is Phil Kearney. I create role-playing game supplements for Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. I publish on the DMsGuild. There's a list of different products I've already produced that are in the description down below. All my work I publish. I make it 100% free preview. You can read it cover to cover. And so when you if you want to check out any of the books that I've created, if you click on any of the books, go into the product page, and underneath the book cover, there's a line that says full preview, or if you're on a mobile phone, there's an eye icon on the right hand side of the screen. Click either one of those, and it'll throw open a PDF. It'll be 100% free preview. You can read them cover to cover. Amongst the books I have down below, there's probably about 150 some odd illustrations that if you're an art enthusiast, you can check out. If you're a D&D enthusiast, definitely check out the mechanics. If any of this stuff is interesting to you, consider making a purchase. Also, hello. Like, subscribe. Hit the bell icon, let YouTube know that the algorithms work and that we should be doing this stuff. But we are creating artwork for Spelljammer Combat Exploration. What up? Hey, Nitro. It's good to see you, my dude. So we're working on commoner passengers for the boat for the ship that leaves your homeworld in Light of Xaryxis. And honestly, this guy is still too interesting. So I had a revelation. I'm coming down with a sick. But the bigger picture is that this guy can just be hands down. Nitro, how you doing? My boy, oh boy. Let's bring this microphone in a little bit so I don't have to project so much. This should be a little bit better. And boy, yeah, I am Theurgy. There's been some sick bouncing around the Seattle metro area, so I apparently have been next in the wave of terror. Hopefully the throat clearing isn't intolerable and will go away sometime soon, but if push comes to shove, I can just sit here quietly. Yeah, a bunch of people get on this boat, and then they fly into space, and they go to this place called Rock of Brawl, which none of them ever heard of. Apparently, there's an entire city that's orbiting the planet like the moon. They had no idea, but I guess people live there, and now these people are going to live there too. Not a lot of time is spent in Light of Xaryxis on who these people are and what they've got going on, if anything, and that's starting to concern me a little bit. You know, I hadn't really thought it through until I started illustrating these guys, and now I'm like, fuck, hey man, these guys have stories, and they're probably scared shitless. I'm gonna catch up on my conversation here with you, Nitro. Let's see. Maybe if I tilt this up a touch so it's a little closer to the top. that a thing? No, that's absolutely not a thing. Maybe this is a thing? Absolutely not a thing. How many passenger tokens am I going to make? I've got 2 so far, right? So I reckon... I'm messing around with my screen here. I got these 2. That's probably good enough for now. I mean, I can always add more tokens. Do you have a specific request? The Arthur Dent of Wild Space. The less heroic these guys are, the better. Yeah, right on. That's a great question. Yeah, I just pretty much go generic human most of the time with stuff. But there's going to be, well, there's Spelljammer races that we'll have, but that's not the same. Here, let's get this to here. Yeah, I was just going with generic human. If people have tokens of preference, they can obviously provide them themselves. The Theurgy slaves will also be generic human. I am messing around with my screen a lot. Don't mind me here. Hot coffee. All right. Yeah, honestly, this one's pretty much done. There you go. That is, boy oh boy. What a generic. But I really didn't want to invest time on these tokens anymore there because I want to get into Theurgy. So I'm going to D&D Beyond, and let's go to Cyrus's and the Spelljammer's Adventures in Space. Oh man, while I'm in transition here, let me throw out some bragging rights because the last page that I resolved last night sits super pretty. Ah, God, look at that gorgeous piece of layout. It sits so pretty on the page. Ammunition and then special ammunition for the for trebuchet, or like for stone ammunition and bolt ammunition. I love how alternate ammunition works because it's a generic template that you attach to a bolt or a stone, and there's different types of stones and bolts that are used for different types of weapons. Like harpoon flingers are mounted ranged weapons, while ballistas are siege ranged weapons that both use bolt style projectile ammunition. And then you got mangonels, trebuchet, and gift cannons that basically just use stones but there's different size or quantity per ton that you use for these things. Mangonel stones are much smaller than gift stones, but the bolt ammunition and the stone ammunition that we have for these different weapons, it's like a template that you apply to your ammunition. It's not a separate piece of ammunition. It's something that you apply to it. So we have 1, 2, 3 pieces of special bolt ammunition. You have 1, 2, 3 pieces of special stone ammunition, and like flaming bolts catch fire, piercing bolts ignore damage threshold, and towing cables allow you to grapple things at afar. Like normally you have to have a grappling weapon, like a claw or a piercing ram, but a towing cable, all you have to do is either hit the target with a harpoon, something that's going to cause damage, basically initiates the grappling effect. Just like if you hit with a melee grappling weapon on your ship, like grappling claws, for instance, all you have to do is hit, and then you initiate the grapple like you would. But the ranged towing cable, as long as you can hit with a ranged weapon, now you're initiating with the grapple. But grappling works the exact same way of breaking free of the grapple. This would be like you snapping the cable, for instance. But what's really fun is the reload mechanic, in that like we know that you can reload a weapon by rolling the command die, and the more powerful a weapon it is, the higher the reload die becomes. And you automatically get to reload your weapon as part of your attack action if you roll the same number or higher than your reload score. So if you want to use flaming bolts that could potentially catch a ship on fire, it's going to add to your reload score. So you have to spend more time placing the weapon, aiming the weapon, lighting it on fire, and then firing the weapon, making the actual attack roll. Same thing with the towing cable. You have to hook it to the ballista bolt before you aim and fire it, and then if you hit, it grapples. So the higher reload score means there's a more likely chance that your team missteps, and then you have to spend either a reaction or like a bonus action or whatever to instead of making other attacks, you have to now coordinate your team to get them back in the groove so they can keep firing without a hitch. And then for stone ammunition, there's burning pitch, there's shrapnel flak, and there's tanglefoot tar. There's one of the mechanics that we have in here is inertia, inertia shock. Since ships can go from hovering to 10,000 miles per round speed, that is a huge disparity. That if you can start off at hovering and then go to 10,000 miles per round and then go to hovering again, combat only has a 1 mile range, but these ships can move vastly faster than 1 mile. So if you allow people to just openly change speeds at will, what they can do is they can take a 5 foot step into the next square, which is 1,000 or even 10 miles away, is enough to be out of range of combat. So you could 10 miles step, attack, and then 10 miles step again and be out of range, and that doesn't make for a lot of fun. It just becomes a lot of lightning quick cat and mouse, and it's unrealistic to be able to move that fast and have things disappear from view and then snap into like at 10,000 miles. You can't see that target. You have to zoom in to be able to see them. And so if you're jumping 1,000 miles and then jumping back again, you could potentially do that, but you have to make a Constitution saving throw that scales with the scale of movement that you make, and that's called inertia shock. And if you fail the inertia shock, it disables your. It's basically like getting it's like jammer shock, where your spell jamming helm becomes disabled for a round. The pilot is stunned. Everyone on the ship gets scuttled, and so it sucks if you're trying to run away from somebody and you want to like Starfleet out of there, or like Starburst, like from Farscape. If you want to Starburst out of there, or like the Millennium Falcon jumps to hyperspace just as the missiles are coming in, you can do that, but you're going to have to make a Constitution saving throw to be able to survive the shock of moving at that speed so suddenly. So shrapnel flak, what it does is if you're trying to flee from somebody, you can fire a burst of shrapnel onto the ship and then yeet. And if they attempt to yeet after you, they're going to roll inertia shock at disadvantage. So it's like a high speed maneuver ditch, a high speed ditch maneuver. Like you're throwing up a cloud of shrapnel so that you can get away more easily. And if they try to catch up with you, then they'll most likely they'll have a much higher chance of getting a shock, which causes their helm to be disabled for a round, which means they have an entire round to be able to gain extra distance on the enemy ship, and then the enemy ship has to attempt the inertia shock again to try to get up to a speed that can try to pursue you. So anyway, hopefully that makes sense. I'm a little rambly this morning, but I'm super excited about these. Tanglefoot Tar is it just puts a giant blut of difficult terrain, sticky terrain on a structure or a ship. And then that could also be caught fire. So you could fire a Tanglefoot at a ship and then hit it with a flaming bolt afterwards. So you can put a large area of tar and then hit it with fire, and now you have a really big fire on your deck as opposed to just a little fire. And same thing with the burning pitch. Big fire starts big fire, but this is a +2 to your reload score, right? Well, the Tanglefoot Tar and the flaming bolt are only a +1, but ultimately it's the same amount. It's the same amount of reload penalty for the same size area of fire. So it all curves together really elegantly. I'm very happy with that. But the reload mechanic is just, I fucking love that, man. That is one of the cooler things about the system. There's like the scaling distance stuff is super cool as well. But it all just kind of folds together really elegantly. I'm really thrilled with it. But the new URA supposedly comes out today. I'm trying to decide, let me adjust my text there. Trying to decide if I should go through it myself or catch a stream of someone else going through it, make my own opinions, or someone else's. I mean, most of these people that are going to have opinions are going to have those opinions recorded for you to listen to later. So you are certainly welcome to form your own opinions and then see how they correlate with what you listen to. I don't personally care about the analysis process of the playtest. I honestly don't want any feedback from the community on the game. I don't think they should be crowdsourcing the destiny of this game. I just think that's a dumb idea. Oh, Starmoth attacks. Okay, we already have all the things for the Starmoth attack. So chapter 2 is resolved. To the Rock of Brawl. Treacherous Salvage. Oh, yeah, part 1. Okay, cool. We can relabel this as... This will be... Oh, that should be P1, C1, 2. Come on, my dude. Why aren't you clicking over for me? Alright. P2, C3. That will be P1, C1 to 2. So I don't mind checking out what other people... I don't mind listening to other people's streams on this stuff, because I honestly don't... I have no idea how much of this shit's going to actually survive in any playtesting at all. And so I don't really want to get too invested in it, personally. It's interesting, so I don't mind hearing other people's feedback about it, but I got more important stuff to do than Didn't give WotC free labor. We're making Theurgy. I just think it's embarrassing that WotC is attempting to crowdsource the world's most popular role-playing game. Like the world's most committee game. It's a shame. Let's go look at Theurgy. Terrors of the Void. Theurgy Raiders. There we go. Baka baka bop bop. Baka 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 bop bop. Whether the characters intended to tell us plan. Don't care about the Lucent. Terrors of the Void, that's what I'm looking at. Yeah, that's right. P2, C3. No. C4. Nice, Butter's dead. Ahead, Theurgy Pirates, Commoners, and Umber Hulks. That's all they have. Wait. They have Theurgy Pirates. Open link. Open link. Open link. Search crew. Hadozi. Bandits. You think he Buccaneer. Racially segregating, huh? One boat has bandits, the other has a dozy. What's up with that? And okay, cool. So that is a slew. So let's see. What do we need? We want Theurgy. We want Umber Hulk. We want. How do they word this? Wording is everything. So I'm going to have to hop out of here. Right on, man. Thanks for showing up, Nitro. It's good to see you. Good times, dude. Hopefully I'll see you on the net, man. How do they express this? The emissary is crewed by 8 Theurgy pirates and 20 commoners of various races and alignment whom the Theurgy have enslaved. So, okay, that's cool. So they use the word enslaved. Enslaved crew. Githyanki Commander. Theurgy crewmates. And we're going to go down here, and we're going to change this from sailor to human crewmate, a Theurgy crewmate, and you can use the same human crewmate. It's only what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 here before we get into Commander Crux territory. Cool. So let's take a look at what we can take a look at. What? No. Ugh. That is not a Neogi. I can tell you that right now. That is disappointing. I mean, you could at least use the same leader over and I mean the same image, right? You have an image of freaking Yogi in here somewhere, right? What the what? Why is there no picture of Neogi in here? I am flabbergasted that there's no Neogi in here. That seems anyway. That's crazy. I never noticed that. Church of the Void. Wow. Monkey do. Alright. I guess let's see what we can find. Yeah, there's a pick. Go to here. Hey there, buddy. Back off. Did I set my timer? I don't think I did. Nerp. Wondering why I haven't heard a timer pop. Coffee time. They have more legs than that. Maybe they only have 4 legs. I don't remember. One, 2, 3, and then front claws. Mentality and Yogi is alien. Power to control minds. They consider doing so to be entirely appropriate. Their society makes no distinction between individuals, aside from the ability a given creature has to control others, and they don't comprehend the emotional aspect of existence that humans are similar beings. Experience to a Neogi, hatred is a foreign as sensation of love, and showing loyalty in the absence of authority is foolish. Look like an outsider spider with an eel's neck and head, can poison the body and mind of its targets. All right. 6 legs and little clawsy deals. Sounds good to me. Yogi, go. One, two, three. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Basically something like that. No. Do like this. Something like that. That feels pretty good like that. That'll do. I don't know. Maybe I should have made these things as separate layers. Yeah, that feels pretty good. Like that. You're the stuff of nightmares, aren't you? Something like that. We're going all the way back to the how to draw books, how to draw nightmares and abominations. And that you'd start with a circle, and then another circle, and then like a cylinder here and a cylinder here, and then sproing, magically it'd be like this after like 4 steps. It's like, here's a basic shape, now render. Such bullshit. All those books, it just pissed me off so bad. It's like, oh yeah, okay, so what's the rendering process? I'm gonna skip that part. That's the part they skip. It's super easy. First you start with a sphere, and then you start with a stick, and then you invest 20 hours of your life in rendering. We won't go about that step by step. Really? First draw an evil igloo. Just like that. Like that. Yeah, I don't like this. Like that instead. Yeah, that feels pretty right. All right, that is useful. That's fun. I like that look. Uh, 7 o'clock. Not bad. Let's go with less of you, more of you. I feel something is just burning out of me. By God, I'm just being sizzled this morning. I'm going to make a copy of this before I regret my mistakes. Now we'll do that. Yeah, that's a pretty good stance. Something like that feels too cramped. Yeah, the angle just says that it doesn't, you don't see it. There we go. There. Whole thing drops down. That actually feels like pretty good proportions right there. Get rid of this shit. That shit. There we go. That makes sense. Yeah, not bad. I'm pretty happy with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles style face. Oh boy, I can feel myself. I can feel myself collapsing. Oy. Yeah, no, it's just that's blocked. As much as I wanted to have it in there, it is legit blocked. That is blocked. Do like that. Like that. That feels about right. What happens if I press this button? I don't hate it. Let's try distorting this a little bit. Yeah, that feels about right. All right, so let's just do some cleanup. No, that's not the way. Also not the way. That's not how I want to do that. Nice. Ah, hair. Foof. I think this is a separate layer. Seriously? Wow. Time flies when you're having fun. Like that, that feels right. That feels right. And yeah, let's say that feels right. Something like that. A more elegant curve here. Whoop, there we go. Yeah, so far so good. It's going along. All right. I am just sliding into a pit. I don't know if it's coming across or not on screen or not, but I am just dragging down further and further. Oh. Oy vey. All right, I'm gonna have to cut out of here. I am just falling apart today. So I'm going to hopefully get some good rest today, and be able to come at this some more tomorrow. Yeah, earlier than usual. Sorry, this face is. Really just getting to me. Good luck to him, though. Oh, God, yeah, I need some rest. So I'm going to go ahead and cut myself out and grab myself some sick time. And we're going to be back at this probably in the morning. So thanks a lot for being here, guys. Yeah, see you on the other side. Thanks a lot.